Bruce Stronach. I'm the Dean of Temple University's campus in Japan, and I'm very happy to have with me here today the Dean of Temple University's campus in Rome, Hilary Link, Dr. Hilary Link. So we'd like to talk a little bit today about the role and the mission and the goals of Temple University's two major overseas campuses. So Hilary, I'd like to start things off and just ask you, at Rome, what are your mission and goals as a campus of Temple University?
So I would say Temple Rome really has two broad missions. One is to provide a multi-layered learning environment for students both from Temple University and from other universities who come mainly for a semester, sometimes for a year of study abroad. That really allows them to juxtapose the old and the new, the ancient and the modern, the foreign and the familiar in ways that they simply can't on main campus. And Temple Rome also provides students with an opportunity to step away from their own cultural context and immerse themselves in the linguistic and artistic and cultural context of Italy as a foreign culture, which gives them perspectives both on Italy but also on themselves and, for the most part, the American context they come from. I would say just very quickly, the goals are fivefold. To offer a hands-on learning environment, which is very experiential to students. We use Rome as our classroom. Almost all of our classes are on site, and that's one of the unique features. Our goal is to get students to step out of their comfort zone. Many of the students who come have never left the US before, and sometimes not even their home state. So we want to make Temple Rome a welcoming, comfortable environment that seems accessible to them, so that students who might not necessarily think of themselves as someone who would go have an experience abroad feel that they have the opportunity to do that through Temple Rome. Another goal is to give students, I would say, academic and life skills that will serve them very well when they graduate into what is becoming an ever more globalized and intercultural world. And finally, perhaps most importantly, in terms of their studies and their academic work, to give them different and, we hope, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary ways to look at the academic subjects that they're studying on their home campus as they continue their studies in Rome.
What we do is, as Temple University, we bring Temple University out of Philadelphia and we put it down in Japan. So when you talk about studying the old and new in Rome and culture immersion and all of that kind of thing, that is also what we do here at Japan, in Japan. But what's really interesting to me, and I think very important in terms of the internationalization of education for Temple University, is the fact that the students who come here are studying Japan in the context of an American university and with fellow students and faculty members and administrators who come from over 60 different countries. And so, I think that that's important because this is a globalized world. And so our students are getting a truly globalized education in Japan, American University, faculty members and students from so many different countries. And these days, if you want to study contemporary Japan, contemporary Italy, contemporary wherever, unless you do it in a global context, then you're really missing the point. Now, traditional history, culture, all of that kind of thing, that's something else. But when you're talking about contemporary society, economics, and politics, I really think that you have to do it in a globalized context, and that's really what we do here at TUJ.
I also think another piece of it that's interesting at Temple Rome is every semester we have 2 to 3 faculty in residence from main campus. And I never want to overlook that piece of it as well, because faculty talk to me about how the experience of teaching in Rome, of using Rome as their classroom environment, of teaching on site, teaching in a very different way from how they would in Philadelphia, changes their approach to their research, to their teaching, to their subject matter, interacting with local colleagues whom they meet, because many of our faculty are local, both Americans but Italians and other Europeans who live in Rome and really know Rome and engage with Rome as they teach. So I think from the faculty perspective, Temple Rome as a campus of Temple University really offers an interesting opportunity, and more so during the summer. And then for students as well.
When I looked at those new students today, that's what I was thinking, is that they are the people who are being educated in a truly global context by Temple University, and they're the people who are going to represent Temple University in the future in the globalized world, as those people who know how to manage that world and hopefully, make it better. Liberal arts education is about making good citizens. What we're about here is making good global citizens. Having talked about all of that, how great Rome is and how great Japan is, how TUR and TUJ, how great we both are, the question is, so now what are we going to do about it? How can we collaborate? Because I have to say that this is great. Having Hilary in Japan has been wonderful. We have met virtually many times over WebEx, but this is the first time we've actually been together to be able to discuss what we're doing, and we both realize that combined 35 years for TUJ and 50 years for TUR, and there are no TUJ TUR programs. So therefore, Dean Link, what are we going to do?
Well, I think for me, I have to say being here has been both immensely enjoyable, but also fascinating and inspiring in many ways. I think from a Temple University perspective, the idea of thinking of a campus in Rome, let's say in the West, a campus in Tokyo in the East, a campus in Philadelphia. So really thinking of 3 different footprints as part of a real global university. We've talked about a potential certificate program where students could really build part of their academic trajectory around an intensive period of time in Rome and in Tokyo. Tokyo and Rome don't look alike at all. But if you take a step back and you think about how those cultural aspects play out in daily life, whether that's in a literary sense, in a linguistic sense, in an artistic sense, I think you could also look at this from a more humanistic perspective as well. And I think there are a number of opportunities that would be equally exciting for faculty to be involved with, both on your campus and my campus and main campus, but also for students to really have that comparative opportunity that's not just cultural tourism, but really is, because we both have very deep-seated roots and connections and expertise in our areas, to allow students to access the cultural immersion that your campus provides and my campus provides through a program that would connect them, I think would be super exciting.
So, Dean Link, thank you very much for coming, and thank you for this wonderful conversation. I hope everybody listening has the chance to experience Temple University's campuses in Rome and Japan, and I'm certainly looking forward to paying Hilary a visit in Rome sometime soon, so that we can really make this collaboration work.
And I look forward to welcoming you to Rome as well. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.